What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of KozMatt's Wrestling Recap. Let's get right into a very entertaining episode of Monday Night Raw that saw some great wrestling action. What did you think about the show, Matthew?
Raw as of late, it's been kicking ass because they're really giving us some, like you said, professional wrestling, right? I think the way they
Absolutely.
opened it was cool. It was a good match nonetheless, but we got better matches throughout the night, which is awesome. So stick around for that. So Sami Zayn opens the show, crowd's all pumped up. He's actually cut off by Damian Priest. So it's Priest versus Sami Zayn opening segment match of the show. It was a good match. I think it was JD McDonough came out, interfered, and costed Zayn the match. Kevin Owens actually comes out and attacks JD McDonough while Damian Priest is walking up the ramp, doesn't really care to help out JD McDonough, even though JD McDonough helped basically Priest take the W. So that storyline Judgment Day continues on. Good for Sami Zayn. We'll get more of him later tonight. New Day versus Viking Raiders. New Day hopefully looking to power through the tag team division. Before we get to that match, let me just talk about Miz coming out to LA Knight's theme song just like him, just cutting a little
Oh,
promo, basically like he was LA Knight. The crowd was getting into it. Miz was just going nuts and saying the crowd can cheer for anything and anybody. And it was awesome. Got me pumped up for their feud on Saturday. But let's move to that tag match, New Day and the Raiders. Valhalla was at ringside. She didn't have much of an impact during the match. She has as of late. So it was cool not seeing her. It was kind of just a good match between both tag teams. Viking Raiders took a W ringside. Matt Riddle and Drew McIntyre helped cause a a distraction, leading Ivar and Eric. They wanted to scout the talent, and they're going to scout the New Day.
yeah, I think this could be a good rivalry. The New Day trying to climb that tag team ladder, get back to the championship gold. But can we just talk about? I think LA Knight and Miz is going to steal the show at Payback this weekend. Miz
Oh,
and
nonetheless,
it's going to be awesome.
it'll be it'll be good. And the New Day, I'm sorry, they're scouting out the Viking Raiders. That's who they're scouting out. But it's going to be a good match with those two, Miz and LA Knight. Next matchup, who was it? I think it was singles action. Or no, excuse me. Yes, Chad Gable and Ludwig Kaiser. Gunther coming out, basically hyping up his reign. And it's been prestigious as of late. The way he's been booked has been very strong. He challenges Gable to a match next week on Raw. Why don't they do it at Payback on Saturday? But he's doing it next week on Raw. And it's him versus Gable, Intercontinental Champions on the line, championships on the line. But why do it on Raw? Put it on Payback. Okay. Gable and Gunther, have them even main event Payback. That would be a huge stepping stone. But
Yeah,
uh good match between Gable and Kaiser. I'll let you get back to what you were saying. I cut you off.
yeah, absolutely, man. I think this could definitely main event a pay-per-view. It all comes down to I'm not so sure. I think Gunther's getting close to breaking the Honky Tonk Man's record. I'm not sure if he's broke it yet already. That's the only thing that I could see standing in the way of this being on the pay-per-view. But you know what? As long as we see Gable get a singles title soon, I'm here for it.
And the way this match ended, it ended in a disqualification, unfortunately, but I think it was the right call. Interference in a brawl with Otis and Giovanni Vinci ringside alongside Gunther and Otis and Giovanni Vinci. It was just them two, and then Gunther comes out and basically stands tall. Stands tall of Chad Gable. Pretty good, pretty good. And Gunther, he does look strong. Indeed. Just before Payback. So singles action to more singles action. We'll talk about Bronson Reed versus Champa next, but Seth Rollins comes out basically hyping up his match against Shinsuke Nakamura. The crowd was just digging it. Nakamura, I think a video package played on the Titantron. Basically, Nakamura playing mind games and then attacking Seth Rollins from behind, kicking him in the face, just basically knocking him out cold. Really good, quick segment between these two. These, I think we could say Shinsuke Nakamura promos on our screens have been pretty damn good, and I'd almost expect that more than in person. Don't know why. It's just how I roll.
Yeah,
But it was a good match.
definitely hyping up the match for sure. And I got to give Seth a good nod here. He was wearing Bray Wyatt's side plates on his championship, which was a nice touch
Yeah.
and nice tribute, and paying homage to his
Yep.
dear friend Bray Wyatt.
Exactly. Good segment, not good match. Good segment between those two. Next up, singles action, Bronson Reed, Tommaso Ciampa. I think it was Ciampa who took a pretty clean W over Bronson Reed. Ending fell apart where Ciampa tried to use a crucifix but was unable to. keep his body around Bronson, but they went down for the pin. It looked really weird. It was more like the weight of Bronson Reed is what caused it, but it was awkward. But Champa took a W. Good for that. And then main event time.
Here we
Excuse me,
go.
close to main event time. No, not yet. Becky Lynch versus Zoe Stark. This was about 3/4 through the show.
You could see why we forgot it.
Yeah, no, I'm kidding. It was the main event. I just didn't want it to be the main event, but it was decent. Rhea Ripley and Dominic Mysterio were out, basically cutting a promo, turning into Raquel Rodriguez coming out and attacking Rhea Ripley, and then both Rhea and Dom retreating with Raquel standing tall. Then our main event time. Okay,
Here we
main
go.
event, Falls Count Anywhere match: Becky Lynch and Zoe Stark. Cool, Becky versus Trish. Saturday. I get why they're doing this. Falls Count Anywhere. I was certainly pumped up for it. I mean, the match, it sold, but I'm just tired of this Becky Lynch, Trish Stratus, crap.
Yeah, hopefully this steel cage match on Saturday ends it off with a bang, and we can see Becky on the bigger and better things.
But you know what? These two, Becky and Zoe, they can feud, but just keep Trish out of it, right?
Because they got some pretty good chemistry.
It's too stale. They have a very good chemistry. This match was all over the place. There was a few table spots, and then Becky Lynch picked up the victory by hitting, I think it was a manhandle slam off some production crate through a table in the crowd. But overall, a pretty solid booked show. Just the go home for Payback, which is Saturday. So we'll keep everybody updated. John Cena returning to SmackDown on Friday. So we got a good few, hopefully fun segments in WWE television.
Oh, absolutely. Let us know what you guys thought about tonight's show. Always like, comment, and subscribe, and we will see you guys next time. Until then, peace out. This has been KozMatt. Thanks for watching.